What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Pop Chat. Today we're going to be ranking my top 6 MCU projects. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and like this video so you can see more content coming in the future. With the release of Avengers Doomsday coming up pretty soon, in 6 months, less than that now, I thought it'd be a good idea to give out my ranking of the MCU, starting with Phase 1, and believe me, these are going to be some controversial takes. I'm definitely going to be hearing about this. Way at the bottom, we're going to start off with everybody's least favorite in Phase 1, and it's not that it's a bad movie, it just, compared to everything else, it's a bad movie. Starting with The Incredible Hulk, because it had some good action. Edward Norton's performance in the movie was incredible, pun intended. And I know that they cut him off because of creative control, creative differences, and whatnot, but I don't care. Bring me back some Edward Norton, please. Maybe in Avengers Secret Wars. If they can make that happen, that'd be fucking cool. Up next, I'm going to go with another hot take-ish, kind of. I think a lot of people agree with this one, but a lot of people disagree with this one. But at the number 5 spot, I'm going to put Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2, at the time, didn't receive very well. I was 11 years old, I think, when that movie came out. And, I fucking loved it. I was 11 years old. Dude, Iron Man flying around with a war machine blew my fucking mind. But rewatching it as an adult and loving movies and kind of being critical on them, it does have its flaws. The villain, Mickey Rourke, who the frick was that? They completely butchered it. Mickey Rourke's character, he was the Crimson Dynamo, but they gave him Whiplash. Ivan Vanko. I don't know what they were doing, but it did not work other than the sick-ass, kick-ass music and the awesome-ass action scenes. Holy shit, some of the best in Phase 1, in my opinion. Also, that suit-up scene, chef's kiss. Moving on, this is where people normally put this movie. At the number 4 spot, I'm going to give it to Thor. Because, like I said, with the other movies, it kind of matches, it was kind of weak, but it was also super fun. The action in it was kind of meh. There wasn't a lot of it, except for the end. The ending was pretty peak Thor, to be honest with you, except for Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War and Endgame. Holy fuck. It was basically like a very solid entry for Thor, giving the audience an introduction to them, giving him his origin, and setting him up to becoming one of the most powerful characters in the entire MCU. I would argue that he's one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful. If you say it's Scarlet Witch one more time, I'm going to... And this is where it starts to get hot. Are you ready for some heat? I don't think I am. Let's do it. Let's give you some heat. Coming in at the number 3 spot, I'm giving it to Iron Man. Now listen, before you come at me saying, oh, Iron Man's the best movie in the MCU. Oh my God, Iron Man's the best MCU movie. It's great. Okay, it's super good. Yes, and if you're using it as the argument of, oh, it's gotta be top 1 because it was the introduction to the MCU. I respect it for what it is, and I'm not going to deny that without Iron Man, we probably might not have the MCU at all. Taking a high risk on Robert Downey Jr., who wasn't very reputable at the time. Well, he had a reputation, but giving it to a B-list character at the time, Iron Man was not a household name. If you walked down the street and said, hey, who's your favorite superhero? The chances are they weren't going to say Iron Man 10 out of 10 times. But they decided to take that risk and give him Iron Man and make it a full feature-length film. And what it did really, truly revolutionized Hollywood. Going into my number 2 spot is Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, how can you not like this movie? I don't see how people complain about this movie. Yes, it has flaws. It's got some flaws. But holy peak Cap. I think that Captain America trilogy is the second best trilogy in the entire MCU. I can rewatch that trilogy over and over and over and over again and probably not get bored. The only thing that Captain America the First Avenger is missing is probably a Wolverine cameo, but given the circumstances, they couldn't really do that because of the rights. But they did what they needed to do, and they landed. It didn't do the best at the box office at the time, but people didn't really know Captain America. I mean, you can make the same argument for Iron Man, but who really wanted to see a World War II movie with a superhero in it? I fucking did. Coming in at my number 1 spot, it's no surprise, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the majority of people's list. It's The Avengers. Holy peak. Now, when I say that I literally begged my parents to take me to this movie. I did chores around the house that they wouldn't ask for, and they were like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Please, Mom, take me to the Avengers," because I knew that this moment would be huge, that this was going to change Hollywood and the way people go to the movies forever. I was little 13-year-old boy sitting with my best friend about to witness history in the making. And it was the Avengers, everything about it. It was revolutionary. Like, it was the very first time that any studio really took a chance on bringing not one, not two, not three, but four independent properties into one movie, having them team up against a villain unlike any other. And it was just peak. I can glaze over this movie forever and ever, but I truly do believe that it's my favorite movie of all time. I am going to stand on that for the rest of my life, and it's never going to fucking change. So that's my list of phase one. I know it was a little bit hot. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. What would you change? What's your list? Let me know in the comments down below. Come back next week for phase two. And if you haven't already checked out my MCU video about how I would have done the MCU, starting with the Fantastic Four, be sure to check it out. I put a lot of time and work into it, and I'm going to be continuing that series for a couple months. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to like and subscribe.